Hello students. So today the question that we have with us is that give characteristic feature of permanent tissues in plants. So we need to talk about the permanent types of tissues in plants and what is their characteristic feature to identify them. So plants have two types of tissues, meristematic and permanent. So when you talk about permanent tissues, these are formed of mature differentiated cells. Now there is a term called differentiated cells here. Differentiated cells means whose fate is fixed. That means whatever the function this cell is supposed to do is fixed for this cell and now it is not supposed to be divided furthermore. That is, we call it differentiated cells. So permanent tissues are like that only. They become mature and differentiated. Now, these are specialized cells to carry out specific functions. As I told you, that is why there is a certain term involved with them which is differentiated. Permanent tissues are derived from the division of meristematic cells. Again, in plants, meristematic cells are the only one which have the capacity to divide. So that is why the meristematic mature and forms the permanent tissues. As I said, they do not divide because they become differentiated. So they may be alive or dead depending upon their presence. Like if you find them in the cork or cambium, so those are dead. If you find them somewhere like within the plant body, like within the stem or the root, then they may be alive, but they are not differentiating. Their work or their function is fixed, so they just be like that. These cells have different shapes related to the function they perform, which is like another characteristic feature you can remember about the permanent tissues, like looking at the collenchyma, looking at the sclerenchyma, looking at the parenchyma, or the xylem and the phloem. And again, if you talk about their characteristics, so if they are dead, I can say, so they have a thick cell wall. And if they are living, like for xylem and phloem, they have a very large vacuole. Their nucleus is displaced to one side because it has not been used, because they are not performing cell division. And most of the area is covered by the vacuole or the function that they are performing. So those cell organelles will occupy that space. Permanent tissues forms the bulk of the plant body because many part of that plant body, because they don't have any protective feature for them, so these cells act as a protective feature and keep the plant safe, like with their organs, their cells, which is very much important for them. And they are present in all parts except the meristems, because meristems are the type of tissues which actually perform the cell division. So that is why they are not involved, or where they are present, the permanent tissues are not present there. So this is like the characteristic feature of permanent tissues. I hope this will help you. Thank you.